For all of you Sprite collectors out there, Fortnite just gave us an actual roadmap for the actual next week, okay? So this is the full schedule of next week, starting from Monday, August 3rd, okay? Today is Sunday, August 2nd, and tomorrow is going to be Monday, and we're going to be starting out with the Peely Hours. If you didn't know, Peely Hours take place every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and then they repeat again, I believe, at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, okay? So they last for 1 hour each, okay? So 2 hours in total, and during those hours, Peely variants will be more available, okay? So the first variant is going to be the normal Peely here on Monday, as you can see here. Then, of course, we're going to have the holofoil and the gummy Peelies on Tuesday, on August 4th. And then, of course, we're going to have the gold and the galaxy Peelies on Wednesday, okay? So consider Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the Peely days, where you're going to be able to collect all the Peely variants and complete that set in your collection, okay? So you see how it says here, Peely Hours from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and then from 11 to 12 a.m. Eastern Time, okay? So this is the actual timeline here. Next, of course, we have ourselves the new Sprite day. So they're finally going to add some gem sprites here, which is, an absolute pleasure. So we're going to have the rarest one to find, which is going to be the gem 0 point. And then we're going to have, I don't know why they only included the gem water, but I'm assuming there's more. So we got the gem 0 point and the gem water. Like, assume that they will add maybe 2 more, okay? So this is going to happen on Tuesday, August 6th. This is when I'm going to get the new sprites, all right? And then finally on Saturday, which is as per usual, every Saturday they do a power hour. And in this Saturday, we're going to have a gem power hour, okay? So during the gem power hours, gem variants are going to be more available. So you see how these gems here are available now? Like we have the gem llama, the gem grim, and the gem punk. These should be available on Thursday, okay? So on Thursday, they're gonna add all the gems, but they're still like gonna be hard to find. So you're gonna be pressed to find them. You're gonna have to spend a lot of time looking for like around like sprite chests and opening like rare chests and trying to find these, or maybe even killing other players who found them. But then on Saturday, you're gonna have more of a chance to grab them, okay? Usually power hours on Saturdays, they start from like before the PD hours. So they start from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So 2 hours before the PD hours, and then they repeat again from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, guys? So that's when usually like power hours happen. Of course, I'll upload a video showcasing this exactly, like the exact details, because every time there's a power hour, they usually add a couple of like shenanigans that happen during that time. So I'll make like a specific video for the gem hours here. But starting like if we want to summarize this information here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is when you're going to be able to collect all the Peely variants if you put enough effort into it, of course. On Thursday, you're going to be able to find, if you're lucky, a bunch of gem sprites, including the normal ones like, the fire, the earth, and the water ones. And then there's, of course, the harder ones to find, which are the 0 point and the grim and the llama, so on and so forth. And then on Saturday, August 8th, we're going to have an increased spawn rate of these gem sprites. So during those 2 hours at the beginning and then 2 hours at the end, so 4 hours in total, you're going to have more of a chance to find all of the gem sprites, okay? So make sure to take advantage of that roadmap, because trust me, the season is almost over, okay? And getting these sprites is becoming rather overwhelming. Me, personally, I'm gonna use the upcoming days to get all of these like ridiculously hard to find like Peelies. And I'm probably gonna get the llamas here from Steven, who is one of my subscribers and a mod of mine. And of course the John Wick one, I just have to play a reload game and I'll get him. I've been sick these past couple of days. That's why I haven't like been putting a lot of effort into it. But like I said, with the addition of the new gem sprites, all of this here is gonna get really, really overwhelming. And basically, if you don't like dedicate a lot of time into it, you're not gonna be able to complete it. Trust me, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of games, a lot of people griefing you and trolling you. So you're gonna play a lot of useless games. You jump in, you get killed, you try again. It's over and over. Okay, so again, put a lot of effort into it and you shall be rewarded. And of course, if you don't, and if you are unlucky, or maybe you don't have time, then make sure you don't miss out on my streams. I stream every Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, I'm gonna be streaming streaming on YouTube between 3 to 4 hours, depending on how much energy I have. I'm feeling a little bit better today. Hopefully by tomorrow I'm at 100% back again, hopefully. And yeah, basically during the stream, I give away all of these sprites here. Not all of them, but basically I just, invite you and I ask you what you want. You can ask for anything and I'll give it to you. For example, if you ask for a cube Grim Sprite, which is like one of the hardest things to find, I'll basically just give it to you, and all you have to do is just give it to someone else in chat, okay? So the idea here is to pass it along, to pay it forward, and to make sure that everybody in the community gets to own these like ridiculously hard to find sprites, and then you guys can trade them for other things, right? So if you have this, you can simply just trade it for anything else that you need. Like for example, I gave you this, you gave it to someone else, you use some sprite dust to revive it, and then you can simply ask in chat for anybody who wants a cube Grim, and you can literally ask for anything else because this thing's value is limitless. All right, and of course there's a reason why people are collecting these, by the way. Okay, the first reason is the free stuff that you get via the reward system here. So you get a bunch of free umbrellas, a bunch of free gliders, you can see here, and back blinks, and of course the other rewards like the lucky locators and stuff like that. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is that you get permanent bragging right if you own the guardian skin from the battle pass. If you own the battle pass and you have the guardian skin with its back blink, which is the sprite pod, you can basically equip any sprite that you have successfully extracted and mastered into it whatever you want, okay? Whenever you want, that's the actual point. So if it's like Fortnite chapter 17, season 1 or season 10 or whatever, you will always be able to showcase your sprites here, even like the most the rarest ones, as you can see here. And yeah, so this is the basic idea. Like this is like a collectionist point of view. So yeah, guys, this is everything you need to know about the upcoming schedule here for the upcoming sprites to be added in the game. If you don't know what the gem sprite does, it basically reduces fall damage by 30%. It's nothing crazy, honestly, man. It's a very nerfed effect. Like honestly, it pales in comparison to all the other effects that we already have. 30% decrease in fall damage is kind of whatever, but it is what it is. That's the effect if you are wondering what it is. And of course, if you're gonna be looking for sprite chests on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, since there's not any power hours here now, no real power hours. These are the PD hours, but like for most of the day, you're gonna be looking for sprite chests. This right here is a full map of all the sprite chest locations. As you can see, this is all their spawn locations. Credit to Fortnite.gg, of course, for providing us with this map. And as you can see, it features literally everything. The sprites, the sprite chests that are on top of each other, like the ones at Frosted Flats here and the ones at Sinister Strip, those are inside of vaults, okay? You do need a vault keycard for this, which you can get by doing those like mini side quests if you find them. But other than that, you just simply pick your most efficient route and go for that, okay? Usually I hover here, I land here on top of this rock. If I see a chest, I'll land and take it. Otherwise, I'll take the jump pad here and go all the way to the 0 point. I'll look behind the 0 point to see if there's a chest here. If there's not, I'll just take the 0 point and rift my way all the way over here. I'll hover a little bit just to see if there's a chest. If there's not, I'll just keep going here. Of course, I'm going to ignore these. This is just a vault. I don't have a key card by that time. And there will be a chest here in a basement level, which can be accessed via a zip line. And then, of course, you come out of there. You'll find a chest here underneath this tree. And then, of course, this is where most of the community differs, okay? A lot of people start their way from this point, but some people go up. Like myself, I go down because of two reasons. The first reason is the Catwoman DC boss right here, which you can challenge and get a mythic SMG from. A lot of sweats land here, and they kind of like camp the spot. I don't really like it, honestly, and I always get killed, so I avoid it like the plague. Wonky Land has been by far the most toxic place I've ever landed at. Also, you might be hearing my cat meowing in the background. So that's Tama. Say hello to Tama. She loves to meow whenever I start recording because why not, right? She has to show her presence. So again, where was I? People just camp Wonky Land and this area here, so that's why I avoid all of this area here. So after this tree, I would go to this spot here. There's usually a car at this location, and then I'll take the car and check out this back location here, and then I go on top of the car wash, and then with the same car I'll go here, and then this is where my route ends. I usually go here, and then here, and by that time the zone has caught up to me, and I usually open around 10 to 12 chests depending on my luck. Of course, this is like a 50% chance spawn rate, guys. Okay, it's not completely guaranteed, so always be on the move, always be fast, especially if you still have like the web shooters on you. You should be able to move rather quick. And yeah, so it's up to you, of course, to choose which path fits you the most. Some people start at Lifty Lodge here at the top, some people start at Heatwave Harbor, although I really dislike it. It's very open, there's a lot of water. I just don't like it, man. It feels very hard to move around. So yeah, it's completely up to you, of course, which path you choose, but I highly recommend the path that I showed you, so you can farm as many of these as possible before the power hours happen. Okay, the gem hours are going to be very crucial, because they're going to happen on August 8th, and if you didn't know, the season actually ends on August 19th, and you can actually check that information from the pass. If you go to the battle pass and you look at the bottom left corner, there's August 19th here. This is when the season is going to end. The last 2 days of the season are usually reserved for the mini event, which is called Unstable. It's already been like revealed, like the name is going to be Unstable. So deduct those 2 days. Like the season officially ends on August 17th, I want to say, and today is what? It's August 2nd, 3rd, something like that. So like it's like almost over. You only have like around 2 weeks left. Okay, so again, guys, if you really want to complete your collection, now is the time to do it. I'll try my best here to stream as many times as possible until the end of the season. Usually I stream every Monday. I'll try to squeeze in another stream maybe midweek. I'll let you guys know in the community tab. And yeah, that's the basic idea, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you found it informative. If you did, make sure to drop a like, and of course subscribe for more content like this. And if you want to support me in game, please do consider using code NOOBNOOBFRUIT in the item shop. I would really appreciate it. It's code NOOBNOOBFRUIT without the spaces. It really goes a long way in terms of supporting me as a creator and allows me to make more content for you guys. And with that out of the way, thank you so much for the support, and have yourself a wonderful day. Bye bye.